Hi everybody, it's Lisa Hendricks, the Essential Yogi, and we are going to do a chair yoga practice today. So this will be more of a beginner practice, but I will give levels and options if you would like to make this a little more challenging for you. So let's get started. So with every practice, I like to start with our Om Shanti, Om Peace chant. So find your comfortable seated posture. Usually that means that your hips, your knees, and your feet are about hip distance apart. You're sitting up nice and tall. I like to sit near the edge of the chair instead of all the way back in the chair, because usually when you sit back, your hips are not in alignment. Your body is too far behind your hips. So if we keep our shoulders above our hips, and if you feel your hip bones, they should be upright or a little tilted forward. They should never be on an angle going backward. If that's the case, and you're sitting in a chair and you can't get that torso up, put a little cushion on the back of your hips so that your hips tilt forward a little. So we'll go ahead and get started. Settling into your breath, settling into those sitting bones, relaxing the face and the shoulders. Head is balanced on top of the spine. And we'll start our chant. Inhale, arms up. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale the arms up. Om Peace, peace, peace. Relax the hands to the knees, to the legs, and focus in on that yogic breath, starting to deepen and slow the breath, bringing it all the way into your belly, chest, and shoulders. Exhaling shoulders, squeezing the chest and the belly. Inhale, belly, intercostal ribs and chest and shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, and belly. You can continue at your own pace, doing that 3-part yogic breath. One more full yogic breath here. Oh, excuse me, yawning is good. It means that your parasympathetic nervous system is starting to take over. You're in rest and digest mode. So our next pranayama or breath practice will be our Kapalabhati. Helps us to get energized. It helps to oxygenate our blood, to keep our airways clear. So sometimes when we're doing very shallow breaths, we don't get our air all the way into our bronchioles in our lungs. So the air there gets a little stale. So we want to use our full lung capacity. So if you haven't watched our introductory video, please do that. We're starting from the diaphragm. This is a diaphragmatic breath, like you're blowing your nose. So inhale and exhale normally. We'll do 3 rounds of 30. Inhale, first round. And exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to the side, fingers up, down, up. Rolling the wrists. Inhale. Exhale, heart center. Release the hands. Inhale, exhale normally. Inhale, second round. And exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the side, fingers up, down, up. Rotate the wrist, chin, chest, open. Inhale. And exhale, heart center. Release the hands. Inhale, exhale normally. Making sure our head is still balanced on our spine. We're not using those neck muscles to hold it up. Inhale, last round. And exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. This time we're going to hold the breath. Holding it. Hands out, fingers up, down, up. Rotate the wrist, still holding the breath. Really stretch fingertip to fingertip. Shoulders are down. And exhale, heart center. Inhale normally. Release the hands. So our warm-up stretch today will be a seated cat-cow. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what this looks like, but you stay right here. Heels underneath your knees. And we'll inhale, bringing the chin, chest forward. Shoulders stay back and down. And then we exhale. We bring the rounded chest through. The back comes to the back. Chin releases to your chest. Just relaxes. Inhale, chest comes forward. Shoulders are back and down. And we exhale, rounding through the back, pushing it behind you. And Uddiyana Bandha, relaxing the head. Inhale forward with the chest. And exhale, round the back. One more time. Inhale forward, chin a little bit forward and up. And exhale, round. Relax the shoulders forward and the head forward. And as we inhale, we'll come up to center. Nice straight back, relaxed shoulders. If you look to your side, you should have your center of your ear over the center of your shoulder, over the center of your hip bone. Just like we would if we were in mountain pose, keeping those bandhas engaged and keeping ourselves upright. So our next one is our sun salutation. So our sun salutation will start in the same fashion. Heels underneath the knees. Feet are pushing into the floor. 3 points of contact equally pushing into both feet. The hips, the shoulders, and the center of the ears are all aligned. And our arms, shoulders are wide and back and down. The shoulder blades are wrapped around that spinal cord. And we're reaching for the floor. Crown is lifting toward the ceiling. Engaging those bandhas, keeping our core nice and strong even as we're sitting. Inhale the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to come forward with the arms. If you need some support, you can support yourself with your hands or your elbows on your knees. But I want you to work your body. Our goal is to reach the ground and relax through the head and the chest for forward fold. Inhale, we'll lift the head, bringing the chin forward, arching a little through the spine, inhaling, and exhaling, fold it again, folding it down. This time we're taking the hands to the knees, engaging through those feet, pushing ourselves up. As we come up, turn to the side again. We're angling our body forward, but we're not arching and we're not rounding through the spine. A nice straight spine here. Feet are still firmly planted. Taking the hands forward of the shoulders. Fingers are lifted, engaging through those shoulders, engaging through those mula bandhas. And now I want you to come up onto your tiptoes here. Very strong pose. Lots of engagement, even though we're sitting. 1, 2, 3. Release the feet. Taking the hands to the shoulders. I want you to this time open the chest, bringing those shoulders back and down so the chest is forward, or arching our upper back a little bit here, still engaging through those bandhas, and bring the toes back up, or the heels back up onto the toes. Inhaling and exhaling, we'll release and round back down. Inhaling, you can walk your hands up or use a long lever, engaging through those back muscles and using that stomach. Upward salute. And then hands to heart center, exhale. Again, inhale, arms up. This time, baby back bend. And exhale, forward. Again, you can use your hands on your thighs however you need to. We're coming down if you can. Relax the head, shake it yes and no. Inhale, we're going to arch up. And exhale, fold. If you can bring the hands up. Otherwise, walk them up to your thighs and then bring them forward. Engaging through those bandhas, nice strong back. Up onto the tiptoes. Exhale. Keeping the toes on the floor, heels up, hands come back. Arching, inhale. And then exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Last round, inhale, arms up. Baby back bend. Hold the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arch. Exhale, fold. If you can, come onto the toes and bring those hands up, or use your body and arms as you need to. Exhale. Hands to the shoulders, arch. Open the chest. And exhale, fold. All the way up, inhale. Exhale, heart center. Should have a little bit of a heat worked up in your body. If not, go ahead and pause the video. Do that a few more times. Really engage through that core. Going up and down really should start to shallow the breath, and you have to focus to deepen it. And it should bring a little bit of warmth to the body. Heartbeat might be a little faster. So our next series is our warrior series. So I'm going to start here, which is where you would start. Again, feet are planted, heels under the knees, firmly pressing into both feet, all 3 points of contact pressing equally on both sides. Warrior one, we're going to engage through those bandhas and bring those hands up. See if you can get them over your shoulders with the elbows engaged. Shoulders are back and down. We don't want any of this squeezing up here. Nice strong space between your ears and your shoulders. Using those shoulder muscles, using those back muscles, engaging through those bandhas is a key here. Nice tall back. Relax the face. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to turn a little sideways here. You stay where you are. I just want to show you hand placement. So you're going to bring the right hand back to the chair behind you, and we'll do a sun warrior. So keeping our feet where they are, engaging through those bandhas, lengthening through the body, reaching the hand back and up toward the ceiling. Using this back hand as a base, making sure both hip bones or both sitting bones are firmly on the chair. Now I'm going to turn back around and join you, and we'll take this. I guess I'm not mirroring you today. Sorry about that. Your right hand is still on the chair, and we're just going to lean sideways. Arm is nice and straight. Palm is facing down. We're lengthening the side body here. If you've got enough of it, you can start bending through this elbow, lengthening it a little more. What we don't want is for this hip to come up off the chair. We want those sitting bones equally pressing, those feet equally pressing. So this is a very strong pose, one of our warrior poses. Extended side angle. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe if you'd like a challenge, you can take this hand off of the chair. Maybe down to the side. Maybe if you want an extra challenge, bringing both arms up. And as we exhale, we'll come back to center. Release that hand. Our next pose is our eagle pose. So we're taking we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm not mirroring you today, so your right foot and right leg comes on top of your left, crossing the legs. If you've got a little more, you can maybe wrap that leg around for a nice strong base here. If not, this is fine. And if that's too much, you can stay here as well. And we'll take both hands out, thumbs come up. We'll cross the right hand under the left, and we'll bring them up. Just slide that right arm up under the elbow. If you are very tight through here, you can grab the forearm, but if you can, palms together, elbows up. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what this looks like from the side. So our elbows are in front of us. We're having our shoulder blades back and down. We don't want any of this. Back and down. If you have a little bit more, you can maybe lift the elbows, maybe gaze up toward your hand and push the fingers forward, opening through the middle of that back a little bit more. If you have a little bit more engagement here, you can have those feet come up, heels come up onto those toes, engaging through those bandhas again. Maybe you can drop your chin toward your chest to lengthen that neck. Inhaling and exhaling all the way into the belly. And relax the feet. Relax the arms. Give your shoulders a little roll back and a little roll forward. I'm going to do that same sequence on the other side. So starting with our warrior one, feet are hip distance apart, pushing into the ground equally with all of those points of contact. Inhale the arms up, shoulder blades back and down, engaging through the Mula and Uddiyana Bandha, relaxing through the face, shoulder blades are back and down, pushing into those feet. It's a warrior pose. We want it to be really strong. If your shoulders are really tight and you can't get them here, I would rather have you here with elbows straight and engaged than have it look like this. So really open those triceps. Really try those shoulders as much as you can to get them upright. And again, I'm going to turn to the side. You can stay where you are. This time, left hand comes down to the back of the chair. Right arm comes into a warrior pose. Now we don't want to arch through the spine. We just want to open through the chest, mostly through this open upper chest. Engaging through those bandhas to give you a nice base of support, pushing those feet into the floor, inhaling and exhaling. If you don't need this back arm for support, you don't have to use it. It gives you a little more challenge through the core. And release. This time, keeping that left arm down. We're coming over for the extended side angle. Relaxing those shoulders down. We don't want to see any of this crunching. Lots of space between ears and shoulders. You can gaze up at your front arm. Maybe extend through that elbow. Maybe lean a little more deeply into it. Making sure this right hip doesn't come up. Keeping everything firmly pressing through this lower half of our body. Just extending through this side body here. Another mistake that some people make is they lean forward here. I want you to try and keep it as upright as possible, maybe even opening that shoulder, that upper shoulder behind you. And again, if you would like the challenge for the core or go a little deeper, you can relax that left hand. And then coming back up and relaxing. This time we'll take the left foot or the left knee over the right leg. And you can wrap it if you like the challenge. Don't have to. And we'll take both hands out. This time left arm goes under. Wrapping as much as you can wherever that is for you. I'll turn to the side so you can see. Back is straight. We're lifting through the elbows, not the shoulders, the elbows. And then maybe even pushing the fingers away from us. Gaze is toward our fingers. And maybe if you'd like the challenge, you can lift up onto the tiptoe, pressing the ball of that foot into the floor. Maybe even dropping the chin a little bit, lengthening through the back of the neck. Bringing that breath all the way into the belly, chest, and shoulders. Engaging through the Mula and Uddiyana Bandha still. Relax the legs and then the arms. Give your shoulders a little roll to the back and a little roll to the front. Our next pose, our asana, is our pigeon pose. So we're going to take the right foot to the left knee. And you'll notice this one is kind of tight for me, so the knee is up higher than the other knee. If that's the case for you, you can lean back into the chair. It reduces that stretch. And you can use your hand to start gently pushing that open, pushing the knee down. Or you can stay upright and give yourself a little bit of a challenge by leaning forward with the chest and the chin, relaxing into that bottom leg, using it for support. You should feel this stretch in the glute or the piriformis, the deeper muscle here. Most of us are really tight here. If you have it in you, you want that challenge, you can come down onto your elbows here. Still keeping those shoulder blades back and down. Maybe feeling like you can pull that chest or chin forward. Or maybe you feel more comfortable relaxing through the head. Shaking that head yes and no. Relaxing that neck. I invite you to just play around with those variations and see what feels right for you. As always, yoga is a practice for you. I'm only here as a guide. I want you to listen to your body and what it's telling you today. Then we'll come up. Switching sides, taking that left foot over the right knee. finding the pose that's right for you. And as you find this pose, I'm going to fix my wind chimes because it's a little windy today. My cloth just fell out, so they're getting a little loud. Keep staying in that pigeon pose. Focus on that deep breath, bringing it all the way into your belly. All right, this should be pretty good here, at least for a little while. Remember, we try not to arch our back into this. We want to keep a flat back, so we think of chin and chest forward instead of head forward. You can relax through the head, but we don't want to collapse through the spine. It helps if you engage through that mula and Uddiyana Bandha. Keeps the back nice and straight. If you would like a challenge with this one, you can push this arm down and go into a little bit of a twist. You can grab the back of the chair to help you twist here. This elbow is pushing down into this hip as you do a little twist. So our next pose, go ahead and release that leg, is called our goddess pose. So I want everyone to move forward on their chair and open their knees as wide as possible. You may need to kind of adjust or shift your hips as you do this. Toes are pointed in the same direction as your knee. So if this is where you are today, your knee should be pointing in that direction. But if you can open them, I want you as wide as possible. And making sure that our heels are underneath the knees. We don't want to be here, and we don't want to be here. So knees are underneath, our knees are on top of our heels. Engaging through that mula and Uddiyana Bandha here. Maybe adjusting and pushing those knees back. Engaging through the chest. Shoulders are back and down around that spine. Inhale the arms up. We'll bend, palms are forward. 90-degree angle with both arms, pushing those elbows back, but we don't want to arch through the spine. Just pushing the elbows back, opening through the shoulders. Goddess pose. Inhale, exhale all the way into the belly, chest, and shoulders. Focus on that breath here, pushing the knees behind you, pushing the elbows back. Very, very strong pose here. Even though we're supported with the chair, we're using lots of muscles in our legs and our arms and our belly and our back. Last breath, really push those knees open, really push those elbows open, shoulders are back and down, relax the face. Little smiles help you get through it. Makes it seem like it's not so hard. And relax. Walk your feet in a little bit. Give your shoulders a little shake or a roll. Maybe a little twist side to side. Relaxing. I'm going to go right back into that pose, but with this time we're using it with a twist. So walk those feet back out. Open through those knees. This time, instead of hands up, we're taking our right hand against our right knee, opening our left arm up, and using this hand to press and twist the spine, like you're wringing out a towel, just pushing it around itself. Maybe your gaze is up toward your hand, still engaging that mula and Uddiyana Bandha here. Spine is nice and tall. Inhale is all the way into the belly. And release. Don't move the legs because we're going to the other side. Left hand comes to the front of the left knee, the inside. We raise up the right hand and we press the knees open and press against those legs for leverage to twist the spine. One more breath here, really squeeze, press into those feet, lengthen the spine, and then twist it. and release. I'm going to keep this, we'll keep the right knee open. Go ahead and relax the left knee down. So I want you to adjust yourself so this right foot is underneath this right knee. And we're going to stretch this back leg out. Adjust yourself on your chair. You can use both hands if you need to. Just adjust yourself so this front hamstring or the back of your front thigh, your right thigh is on the chair, and the left one is kind of hanging off the chair. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for you and you're really tight in your hams or your hip flexors, you can stay right here. If you can, I want you to stretch it out, engaging through those bandhas, keeping the torso nice and straight. And if this is still okay with you, I want you to come into a full warrior two pose with the legs, the hips open, back heel, and the outer edge of that foot pressing equally into the ground. We don't want to let it sink into the arch. Pressing all 3 points of that foot equally into the ground, same as the front. Opening our hands for warrior two, gazes over the front middle finger. So this is actually a really good way to help you find the form in this pose if you're struggling with this pose. Because of the support here, you can feel the opening in your hips. Again, we're not leaning forward with the belly. We're engaging through those bandhas, keeping ourselves upright, and we're not leaning forward here. We're keeping our torso centered in between the feet. 2 more deep breaths, pushing into the feet. Maybe you can lift yourself off the chair a little bit. Try it. Get yourself nice and strong here. Making sure this knee is not sinking in, but staying over that. See how I lose my arch when I let it roll in? Keeping that arch in both feet. And release the arms. This time we're going to walk our feet and gently turn to the other side. Getting this front foot so that the knee is over top of the ankle. And then we'll start stretching and stretching through this back leg. If you've got this, you can go ahead and put the heel down and open the hips to the front. I need to shift my weight back because I'm not fully supported on this front. I needed a little more room in the back. Both feet have all 3 points of contact pushing into the floor. And we're going to Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha engage here. Lifting through the hands. Relaxing and adjusting those shoulder blades down. Gazes over the left middle finger this time. Making sure this knee in the front doesn't collapse. Keeping those arches strong. Making sure we're not leaning forward here. We're keeping our torso upright. Pushing strongly into both feet. Maybe you can lift yourself off the chair. 2 more breaths. Check in with your shoulders. Make sure they're back and down, away from your ears. Pushing through that back leg. And release. Nice job. That was not easy. It's a very strong pose. So coming back to the front, plant those feet in front of you. If you would like a deeper stretch, you can always straighten your legs. Inhale the arms. And exhale, folding forward from the hips. If you can reach the floor, go ahead and reach the floor. Relax the head, shake it yes and no. If you do straighten your legs, make sure your chair is firmly planted. We don't want any chairs flying out from behind you. This changes the angle of where your weight is. Just want to make sure you're firmly planted and safe in your chair. And we'll come back up. Use your hands if you need some support. Folding those feet back underneath you if you straightened your legs. So this one is our last asana before our meditation, and it's our seated chair twist. So it's just an upright twist. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my hand placement. We'll take the right hand behind us, keeping the arm and engaged and keeping the torso upright, engaging the Mula and Uddiyana Bandha. We'll take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Inhaling, lengthens the spine, and exhaling, twists. So both of my sitting bones are firmly planted on this chair. I don't have any kind of curvature in my spine. It's nice and straight. Maybe my gaze can be over my back shoulder. Every inhale lengthens, and every exhale twists. Maybe you can take this hand and bring it to the other side of the chair behind you, and you can really deepen that stretch. But again, listen to your body and where it is, making sure we're not collapsing through that spine and through those shoulders. They're open. Shoulder blades are still wrapped down and around that spine. After the next inhale, you can turn back to the front. Exhale. We'll switch sides. And again, you can do this from the front. I was just showing you where my hand placement was. So inhaling. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Left hand comes to the back of the chair. And as we exhale, we twist. Maybe our gaze can be over that back shoulder. Inhale, lengthens. And exhale, twists. Maybe that hand can come to the other side of your chair. Shoulder blades still wrapped down and around your spine. We don't want to arch the spine. Both sitting bones are still firmly planted on the chair. Last inhale lengthens. And exhale, come back to the front. You can move your hips back a little bit more on the seat if you need to. Still making sure that our hip bones, if we feel those, are tilted forward. We don't want to lean back. Nice engagement here. Relax through the shoulders. Tall spine. Ears on top of shoulders, on top of hips. 3 points of contact. Sitting on the floor for both feet. Knees on top of ankles. We don't want to let them fall apart. Just a slight engagement to keep everything aligned. And we'll start our relaxation. Starting from the head today. Feeling the weight of the hair and the crown of the head as the scalp falls toward the ground. Allowing that relaxation to travel down and smooth out your forehead. The ears are relaxed, and you feel gravity pulling the ears and the cheeks and the lower jaw toward the ground. Leave a little space between your upper and lower teeth. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And that relaxation travels through the neck and into the shoulders. We allow the shoulders to feel widened and heavy. Allowing the arms all the way to the fingers. Feel relaxed. If you'd like to turn your palms face up and allow the fingers to roll in if they need to, you can feel free to do that. If you would like the hands at your side so that the arms pull with gravity toward the ground, you can as well do that. Just making sure that our shoulders are still out and back. Don't want any kind of punching over here. Allowing that chest some relaxation. Feeling how the head and the vertebra are all aligned. No pressure. No muscle engagement, just balance. And relax to the Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha. Release the glutes and the pelvic cavity. Relaxing the thighs. Feeling the weight of your body pushing into the chair. Relax the legs, the knees, the calves and the shins. And feel the points of contact touching the floor on your feet. Relax the breath. Let your body's own natural breath return. And I want you to focus your mind inward. And we're going to try to just empty our mind and not dwell on any thoughts at all. If you feel a thought coming into your mind, maybe you can imagine it on a cloud and letting it get whisked away in the wind. You can notice those thoughts and invite them to leave for the time being. Maybe it helps to think of a clear light, whatever color suits you today. If anything else invades that space, spread the light, let it crowd out that thought or that idea. And stay in this beautiful, liberating space until the next time you hear my voice. Start to bring your mind back into the space of your body. Become aware of your fingers and toes, maybe giving them a little movement. Maybe rotate the wrists and the ankles. Maybe rolling the shoulders side to side. Maybe you pull one knee in toward and then maybe the other. Inhale the arms up. We're going to finish with our same chant with which we started. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Gentle smile on your face. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Go forth and have a blessed day. Spread your light to all the people and things that you meet. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself and love yourself. This is Lisa Hendricks, the Essential Yogi. Have a wonderful day.